Hey guys, today is day three of 100 days of growth hacking. So I'm just going to go through the latest updates I've pushed. Um, as I said, it's mainly been on like sort of making website improvements so that we're off to a good starting point when it comes to actually growing our business. So I'll just show you a few of the updates that I've done, and after that, like we can actually walk through like the growth plan and some interesting growth hacks that I've sort of planned to set up. So let me just fire up this website. So yeah, like I've set up. Let me just so like I've done some design this morning. Like it was nice to do something a bit different. And I enjoy design. So that was good. Let's just CD in here. Oh, so CD. There we go. Node index.js. Cool. And so if we come into localhost. So this is the home page. Like I made a few like improvements, but basically if we come through and go on to like LinkedIn Connect, not LinkedIn Connect, coming to LinkedIn Messenger. Okay, so like for example, here's an like just an illustration. Like I'm not a designer, but like I I try to be, but I'm not a professional designer. But essentially, just what I've learned, like illustrations should basically like back up your copy. So I'm not actually so worried about having like a really beautiful like isometric like 3D illustration or something. Really, as long as it is just explaining what you're trying to say in words in a visual way, they work like really well. So that I made this morning, like end result, I'm quite happy with. I've made individual pages for each of our features that you can go and click through to. I've also made some competitor pages. So we have like alternative Phantom Buster alternatives, is it? Let's remember my URLs. Uh, index.js. Hmm. Incorrect spelling. That's why. So here, like, again, I'm also not an SEO specialist. Like my expertise is in like automation, but number one alternative to Phantom Buster. And we're just like, really, I'm going to run this on ads to start off with, and then once that's done, um, once I've ran some ads on things, like, it's going to start to appear in search results. And then I've got some friends who are really good with SEO. And then I've also set up a page for the lifetime deal. So again, it's got different copies so we don't get pulled up on duplicate content. So scrape, engage, sell, little illustration there that I made before. Going more in depth into the messaging, just showing that you can build out your own custom flows like follow-ups, create lead, da da da. Integrations, drag and drop builder, and this page I'm going to be running some ads on. For example, if someone Googles like SaaS um, lifetime or like Phantom Buster lifetime, that page is gonna convert really well. So yeah, and again, just in sort of openness and transparency, let's go over some like analytics in terms of where we are at now. Um, So I can't go into the customers just for like data privacy. Obviously, I don't want to share all of our customers. I'm sure there are competitors who watch my videos, but as well, like, I completely respect like customers' privacy. So if we come into dashboard, so total revenue, bearing in mind this is in GBP, so 4,000 GBP to USD. So just under $5,000, which is like bearing in mind I haven't done any marketing at all. I've just been optimizing the website. That's a nice starting point, and like most of that has come from our lifetime deals. So lifetime deals, we're not taking any profit. To be honest, like any money that comes in, we're actually just reinvesting back into the product. So we're currently hiring a back-end developer. So this money is just going to be literally invested straight back into into various different tools like within the platform. Like I've got a ton of ideas, and if we go into billing, so monthly recurring revenue is currently at like 316 GBP. So what's that in USD? It's going to be about 400 USD. 392, yeah. So we have that in like monthly revenue, and we're selling like probably 80% of the signups that we have are for the lifetime deal, which is really cool, and it just gives us some money to to invest like back into the company. Both like co-founder and I, like we have other like income sources and revenue streams, so we don't actually need to pull the money out of the business. So we're in a really nice position, and reinvesting that money back into the product is going to build a better tool for everyone. Landing page results is now like 1.46% conversion rate, so we're slowly getting there. Now that I've like, there are still like bugs on the website that I'm working to fix that are going to be having a negative effect on the conversion rate. But increased by like 46% compared to 2 days ago is like a nice jump. Once we're at the 2% mark, then like we're a it's just like a base level. It's a nice level to work from. We can start looking at like scaling the business. And like I'll constantly be looking to improve on top of that. So yeah, aside from like the illustrations, I'll just go into like a Miro board. So this is a automation that I've like written out. So I think what I'll also do is actually pull in from like search results. So general marketing strategy as well is going to be LinkedIn searches. So another like some other good leads to. No, it's actually this one comes straight down into there. So so I think that our tool is like really useful for like anyone who's like within like the LinkedIn lead generation space, and they're looking for something with a lot more flexibility and a lot more scalable than using, I don't know, like linked helper or something like that. So I want to do an outreach campaign to everyone who has like LinkedIn lead generation specialist or something like that. And I'm not going to do a direct pitch. I'm actually going to send them a video that I've made showing them how easy it is for them to build their own LinkedIn bot. So we're going to start off with that, and then I want to extract like newly registered websites for them to get started with marketing, and also with built with. I have a list of everyone who has like LinkedIn follow button and so on their websites. That's quite an easy thing to do, as well as going to like innovative startups like SaaS companies and showing them that they can build a tool to reach out to their competitors like quite easily. So it's essentially just going to be synced down here. We're going to find an email for them. Starts off with Snov because it's cheapest. These two should actually be switched around, an email finder, then Hunter. Then scrape the website and see if we can find an email. So it's going to try option one. If that doesn't work, option two, option three, option four. And if they have a website contact form, we'll automate sending a submission there. If they have live chat, we'll contact them there. That is then synced down to create a Rebrandly link. And the reason that I use Rebrandly is so that we can do things like this. So if we do first name equals, I hope this campaign is still unauthorized. This is going to embarrass me. So like notifier offers like personalization within the widgets. I think I've actually got, I think I've closed this before, so it's remembered in my history. But it means that we can add like a layer of personalization in, so that when someone clicks through onto the growthhacking.io website, we can present them with a notification that shows their first name, which I think is, so yeah, let me just get this up. So it means that we can add a layer of personalization into the outreach. So like you can do things like this, like that's automatically added the homepage of the website that I input in the URL, and here you can see it says 90 days free Nathan, because that's what I've added in the URL. So with us using Rebrandly, it means that we can hide that, so people can't see that their first name and website is actually attached to a domain. and it makes the personalization just look like really smart. So it's just a little like engagement hack, I guess, that helps increase conversion rates, particularly from LinkedIn and also from email. So by creating a Rebrandly link, we then send them over to Mautic. For anyone who doesn't know, Mautic is an email automation platform. It's open source and free to use. You just have to set it up yourself. It means in any emails that we send out, any links that they click on, they're going to receive a pop-up that has their first name on it. So I think that's like a really cool personalization hack, and it definitely helps with conversion rates. So this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So that's the email flow, so they'll be added in down there. And even if we find an email, they will still be sent to search for a LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn found, it will go down here. If LinkedIn isn't found, we put them down another flow. We extract all the company's employees based on their keywords who are interested in, like marketers, CEOs, growth hackers, like head of digital, things like that. Again, then we also on the LinkedIn flow. So if we haven't found an email, but we have found a LinkedIn, create Rebrandly link, sync back over to Airtable, send connection request, and just basic follow-up sequence. And again, that will have the Rebrandly link attached here. So that is just like a flow that I've sort of outlined. I have quite a lot of this set up, but in fact, I think what I'll do is I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, and I am going to, alongside with making onboarding videos for growthhacking.io for the tool itself, I'm going to build this sequence from scratch because it will give me some YouTube content and everyone can sort of learn how everything happens. I can also use it as marketing content, and I can also use it as onboarding content for our users. So I'm going to break down the flow into smaller chunks, and we can send it over like, you know, a 7-day or 14-day like onboarding campaign. So that's a really smart way for me to do things. So it's going to take a little longer, but I'm happy to do that for you guys. And yeah, like I said, it kills two birds with one stone, three birds even. Three tasks that I want to do will be solved by doing that. So that will be like in the upcoming content. And then there's just like some other things that I found that I think I will add into our automation sequence. So where have I put that tab? Okay. I found this today. This has just been released on Integromat, and I really like this tool. So in fact, I think I'm actually going to we'll release this within like growth hacking. Essentially, that's what I'm going to do. Any tool that I use in my workflow, I want to release under our own tool. So what this will do is, if you're familiar with Lemlist, where they allow you to create like custom images and attach them to emails. This is going to allow you to do that as well. And, you know, I don't like using like Lemlist. I get bad deliverability rates. So I'm going to use my own custom flow, and this will plug into it as well. They have an Integromat plugin. I can provide them with CSS, and what we will do is we will take it would actually be over here, but we would take a like website screenshot, I think. Okay, they haven't got one. Screenshot. Okay. We can make our own script for doing it, but yeah, create a screenshot of a URL. I don't want to use up loads of credits here by using their tool, so I'll make like a little script for it. And then what we would do is we would actually just write our own CSS. If we go into like demo, so like, yeah, it's going to return us an image like, okay, here it says hello world, but we can actually like, we can put this on top of someone's website, so we can like, you can add like a layer of personalization. So I think that's like a really interesting like personalization hack that I'm going to implement within this automation. So somewhere down here alongside create Rebrandly link, there's going to be another stage which is going to be like create a unique image for each individual user. So it's just something that I found today, like pricing. How much outreach am I going to do? Maybe like 30,000 per month, $150. I'm sure if we ask for a discount, we would get something, or we can pretend like, you know, this isn't actually that complex of a tool to build. So yeah, maybe we could just build it out ourselves. Let's see. But for now, what I usually do is start off on like a smaller plan and see what the results are like. So that's a nice little hack that I plan on implementing within our flow. What else have we done today? So yeah, I mean, I'm going to set up like a just a little. I've got a little ads campaign running actually, so I can just go through that. It hasn't got any tracking on it, but I can tell you that we've had two conversions. But it's not good practice to start running ads without tracking. I was just playing around. Um, but I have correctly set up tracking now. So let's go into this campaign. And it's just bidding on like competitors' keywords, and I can actually scale this campaign out even further. But I'm just going to leave it running now. We have tracking going, and we can see what the results are like. So under competitors, click rate is okay. I've only got one ad set running, so we'll actually spend like a day optimizing that. Um, and we're just targeting various different competitors. I'll just show you the keyword structure that I'm using to help if that was spelled correctly. Phantom Buster plus lifetime. Yeah, so keywords. So yeah, these are the various keywords that we have. Phantom Buster LTD, Phantom Buster Alternative, Phantom Buster Reviews, Phantom Buster Lifetime Deal, Phantom Buster Lifetime, Phantom Buster Alternative, and just generic Phantom Buster. So yeah, now that we've got tracking in place, we can see what the results actually come back on for that. Most of the traffic that we're getting is for, let me add that as a negative keyword because we're not interested in Instagram. So yeah, and that is just actually my general process for optimizing campaigns. Phantom Buster tutorial, yeah. Mobile phones off. Yeah, so that's what we've done today. Spent a few hours working on this today. I had a day off yesterday. Tomorrow I will start building out the automation that I mentioned. Another update as well actually is we have have I still got this open? So this is our like testing environment. So it's not pushed yet. I'm just running some tests before we make it publicly available. But I'll just show you like the improvements that we've actually made. So just like for anyone who's used Phantom Buster, like I've tracked this. My average time for running a request in Phantom Buster is about 1 minute and 15 seconds. And I've done like fair tests, so using like no proxy, using a proxy. This is currently not using a proxy, and the average response time we're getting is between like 15 to 22 seconds. So there's like a sort of like you saw how quickly that just run. There's like a 7 second variable. And that's based on there's like random time delays to help like mimic human behavior, and there's like random mouse movement. So we're working on improving the output here. That's why it's not released publicly yet. But like as you saw, I don't know how long that was, maybe like 18 seconds. So we've like massively reduced the amount of time that it takes to send a connection request. So like we're really happy with that. So I'm just testing it on like a few accounts currently, and we'll release it publicly. As long as all testing goes fine and there's no issues, and like you can expect to see that up on the platform in probably like two or 3 days. We're also working on a few other like modules, like optimizing a few other modules. But yeah, I'll absolutely keep everyone like up to date on what's happening that end. This automation we will start building out tomorrow. I can also use this as a template in a lot of other places as well. So yeah, I'm interesting. Like it's been a while since I've like built something from scratch. Really, it's just been like a lot of maintenance or not even a lot of maintenance, just maintenance of my existing flows. I have an assistant who actually takes care of it. There's not that much for me to do. But like it's been a while since I've like just started from scratch building everything, and so I'm sure that we can put a lot of improvements in there. Yeah, I'm happy to live stream that as well. Like if people want to tune in and like build an automation like alongside me, that would be really cool. Um, yeah, other than that, I hope everyone's safe with the like whole coronavirus situation that we have going on. Um, yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments. And one other thing I will mention actually is I've really enjoyed this. I can't remember if I've mentioned this before actually. We built like a like Slack channel that I've like really enjoyed using, and we have actually built up like a bit of a community. And now like users are sort of helping themselves, like there's sort of conversations and stuff going on, like not even just talking about automations in general, like everyone here has quite similar interests. So it's been really cool to build this out and see like customers supporting each other. So that's actually like a pretty good even like retention strategy. Like it was purely by coincidence. We actually wanted to build like a cool like Slack channel and like community for this product. However, I think that it's actually by doing this, we've built a really good like it's a very small community, but like it's just quite active, and I really like it. And I think that in like a subscription business, if you're able to do that, to build out a community that people like being a part of and they receive value from, it's far less likely that someone's going to like cancel a subscription. So on top of delivering value through your product, if you can make a community as well that comes as like a byproduct of being a member of your platform, it should really help with retention rates. I'm not tracking any of this. Like I've not got experiments running. Most people here are on a lifetime deal anyway, so we haven't got to worry about like retention or anything like that. Most people here, in fact, everyone here is a watcher of my YouTube channel, which is really cool. And in fact, that's another thing I should mention before I finish this. I think that personal branding now has to be like one of a really really powerful acquisition channel for growing a business. Like, I've not even got a large audience. I have what a thousand, 1,300 subscribers, I think, last I checked. So but with me just recording videos of things that I'm doing, like it's able to generate. We've done like, yeah, $4,000 was it? I can't remember what I said exactly. 4,000 or $5,000 in sales this month. Yeah, 1,390 subscribers. So that's really good rates. Three more subscribers to go until 1,400. I've never asked this before, but please subscribe to get me above that 1,400 mark if you do like the videos and content. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, just I think building a community is a good acquisition channel. Whether Slack is the best community or that for that or not, is another discussion to have entirely. There's a tool called Discourse. My voice just went funny there. There's a tool called Discourse that allows you to build like forums. It's actually open source, so ignore that pricing. You can set it up yourself, and it's completely free. If you look up Airtable customer support, this is actually built on top of Discourse, so it's completely free, and it's just like a forum, like a community. Uh, Maybe that's the wrong thing. Maybe they've just updated the style of it. Community Airtable, sorry, is built on top of Discourse, and what you find is because all of these conversations are public, they start to rank really well in Google. For example, this is all community driven, and they've got like 1,200 views from it. So that can be another way to grow a business. Like currently we have our Slack channel and there's a lot of like questions and stuff and people are really active and it's really cool. But if I wanted to be really clever, you could actually turn the Slack channel into like a public forum and even have it all hosted in Slack. And whenever someone posts a post here, post it onto a forum so it's publicly available and it will get picked up in search. And whenever someone replies, sync it over to that conversation. So we're now talking like pretty advanced automation, and you do have to be careful if there was like personal information shared here, which I think doesn't happen because everything here is like this is a public community. But like that would be one idea. So like whether Slack is the best channel to do it, or if you should make a forum like this, for example. There's also a website called growthhacking.fr, I believe. It's a French growth hacking community, yeah, and they're also built on discourse, and they get a lot of views, which is quite interesting. Um, in fact, we should get ourselves listed here. Growth hacking tools. Yeah, we should definitely get ourselves listed here. I get quite a lot of traffic from this for Notifier, which is how I know about it. But anyway, yeah, I'll cut the video off here and stop like rambling on about other unrelated topics. What else? Yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Like tomorrow, I'll be back with day number 4. Is it what day are we on? Lost track already. Okay, so this is day number 4. So tomorrow will be no. This is day number. Yeah, this is day number 4. So tomorrow we'll be back with day number 5. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.